What up, y'all? This is J. Cole.
Hey, what's happening, homie? This TIP, man.
Yo, what's up? It's Big Boy. Y'all know what time it is. Live from the West Coast. You already know you checking out Hard Knock TV. You heard?
You watching Hard Knock TV, you understand?
Learn that you yacht.
Yo, this is Childish Gambino, and you're on Hard Knock TV, a place I really love. Check it out.
What was that line you had? Couldn't see me as Spiderman.
Now I'm spitting venom.
I didn't know we had it in them. Couldn't see me as Spiderman, but now I'm spitting venom. Now you paying attention. Pick your fucking face up. When I wanna be a superhero, I just wake up. Renaissance man with a Hollywood buzz. I refuse to go back to not liking who I was because.
Speak a little bit about the whole Spider-Man thing. Whether it's a Hollywood box or whether it's a hip-hop box, people try to put, certain characters like, oh, there can't be a black superhero or, whatever. How do you see all that?
It's funny because, that whole Spider-Man campaign is probably the reason Childish Gambino is the way it is now. Because when that happened, I was like, oh, this is cool. We started talking about it. I was talking with my friends. He directed, Dan Ekman, he directed the Bonfire video. We were talking about it. He was like, yo, that'd be so dope. He's like, I would love to shoot that. That'd be so cool. Shoot like a black Spider-Man because it doesn't change anything, but it just gives it a flavor of just like you. There's something different there, and I was excited about it too. It's can you imagine that trailer? That would be dope. It makes sense. A poor black kid in Queens. It just fits. It just felt like something that would be cool. Just a little different. Wouldn't change much. But the stuff that came, I was getting all these nerds were hitting me up on Twitter and emailing me and shit, and they were calling me nigger, and they were like, you fucking nigger. Don't fucking take Peter Parker from us. Peter Parker's fucking white. You dumb nigger. They literally all over the place. And these are nerds. And I was I wasn't really surprised by that. I was people are racist. That's whatever. But the thing that got me, there was this one letter, and it was written really nice. Obviously, the guy was trying not to ruffle any feathers, but he legit felt he was listen, the thing about it is there's no black kids like Peter Parker. And that that infuriated me. I couldn't handle it because I was it's fucking 2011 and you don't think there's a black kid who lives with his aunt in Queens who likes science? You just who takes photography? I just couldn't. It was just made me so mad. And I've gotten that critique of just it's 2011, nobody needs this. And I'm have you seen these fucking shows? There's kids out there not even just minority kids, but just white kids who just feel they don't exist, that the people don't exist. But I made the album for me when I was 13. I made it for black kids specifically who are told who they are all the time. And that Spider-Man thing, it really taught me that it's I'm tired of fucking labels. I'm tired of that. I don't want to be rap artist or that. I just want to fucking make shit. And to have people be yo, there's no black Peter Parkers out there, who are, neurotic or who just it just really bothered me. So, I really have to thank the racists. Shout out to the racists. I feel you. I got it. But yeah, also they were just nerds. I was just yo, these people are supposed to be in fantasy. You're supposed to believe in things being made up and whatever. And it was crazy, yo. But they're the reason Childish Gambino. They kind of gave Childish Gambino the strength, I suppose. So we're done. This the real shit. We used to hold hands like field trips. I'm a jerk, but your dude is a real dick. I read his post on your wall and I feel sick. He ain't cool, he blog and all that, but he's just a fake nigga who blog in all caps. You couldn't wait to date. I'm going straight for the thighs like the cake you ate. I give a fuck about the niggas that you say you ate. You know that I'm the best when I'm a fake Sinead. I'm the best that you had. Face it. Jay and Keisha are related. Racist. I give you money, then you Bernie, then you Madoff. She ain't a killer, but she fucking blow your head off. I'm wondering what the fuck you hiding. That we dated raps about Bin Laden. Hey yo, fuck this. Are we dating? Are we fucking? Are we best friends? Are we something in between that? I wish we never fucked, and I mean that, but not really. Say the nastiest shit in bed and it's fucking awesome. That's my favorite verse.
If Troy Barnes got a chance to interview Childish Gambino, what do you think the first question would be?
Troy Barnes, he'd probably be where are those Asian chicks? That's probably the first thing he asks. Troy on the show doesn't get a lot of play at all. Abe gets a ton of play, and he probably has Asperger's. It's a rough thing. I always in the community, I'm Abe's getting a lot of tail, a lot of tail. It's like, Troy gets none. It's so rough. That's probably what he'd ask about the girls.
Speaking of which, where did the fascination with thick Asian girls come from?
I talk about it on the Camp album. It's just, again, like, that's just, the fascination. It's not really fascination. I think, like, people think I have a fetish. I don't know, maybe I do, but it really just came from just, I just didn't like the politics that came with, like, dating white or black girls. That was all it is. Like, I just didn't like, having to do, like, because, like, you date, like, a white chick, and then you're like, oh, you black guy chick, you're like, okay, then you date, like, a black chick, it's like, oh, as soon as you just make it, you're gonna break up with her and date a white, and it's like, I don't want to deal with, like, Asian chicks, like, people are always like, they're like, oh, okay, dating an Asian chick, nobody cares. Also, their parents tend to not care if you're successful. If you're successful, they don't give a shit. Like, they're like, oh, he makes movies, he's on television. Okay, he can be out. He can be out. He doesn't. They don't really care. So that's what my exception.
Seeing you collaborate with too many hip hop artists, do you see yourself almost as like an outsider, or have you just not really had the time to develop those hip hop relationships, or do you just want to prove that you can do it on your own, or what's the thinking behind that?
I don't do a lot of collabos because there's a lot of collabos out there. It's just like people, you should collab with this. You should collab. It's like, what do collabs really get you? They might get you a few new fans, maybe, but like, doing a bunch of collabs, like, they don't really do much. I mean, like, it's cool to make something with your friends, and they're your friends, totally, but I feel like, that stuff just, like, fades you into the background so fast. Like, I feel like a lot of rappers, like, just, like, really do something that you don't, like, I feel like a lot of rappers fall into the trap of just like, oh, this dude got big doing this, let me do the same thing. Like, let me do it the same way. Like people are like, oh, this beat is hot, I'm gonna rap over it. Like, it's like, you're not. People already know that beat is hot. Like, no one, like no one's gonna be like, who I really want to rap over this? This dude I don't know. Like, no one cares. Like, if you make a beat and it's hot and you rap over it and it's hot, people will be like, well, who made that beat? That's all the whole album Camp was like. I was like, there was a time where I was like, oh, what features do I want on it? And the only one I was like, maybe like Kanye, Jay-Z, the best, who are doing it right now. And like, that's a pipe dream. You couldn't get them really, because I was just like, I wanted to stand out, and then I realized, I was like, what stands out more than being like, yeah, I made all the beats and I rapped all the stuff and I sang all the stuff. Like, there was nothing like. The best thing that can happen with a collab is they can say you held your own with a great. The worst, they'd be like, you got killed on your own song. Like, it's like there's not a lot of stuff that comes out of a collabo other than, you should be doing it for the art, not necessarily to get any like stuff. And the thing was, like, I've been doing it for the art for years, so I was trying to get people to like listen to it and really listen to it, not just be like, oh, this comedian made a rap, it's okay. I wanted people to be like, there's some levels there to that song. So in order to do that, I knew it couldn't be like, Donald Glover was on the track with Cudi, because the people would just be like, oh, Cudi was good, he was kind of good, like,
I feel like a lot of the new generation of hip-hop artists like yourself, J. Cole, Big Crit, have decided that not only do they want to rap, they also want to produce their own albums.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is about control, and a lot of it is about really want to craft their own sound.
Yeah.
Is that why you want to do both, or?
I just, all my favorite albums are by two people. Like, all of them was just like, all my, like, Thriller and Off the Wall, actually, like, more than Thriller. Shh. But even though I think Thriller is more important, but like, Off the Wall, it's like, that's just Quincy and Michael. It's just like, B, that's just Kanye and Common, like Illmatic, like all these the stuff that I really liked was somebody with a vision and somebody who could focus that vision, and I feel like, I feel like a lot of rap now is so schizophrenic, it's just so all over the place. There's so many beats, like everybody's like, I'll get a hot beat from him, get a hot beat from him, I'll get a hot beat from him, and then you have this awesome mixtape, with a bunch of cool sounds in it, and it's awesome, but there's you can't hold on to anything. You might be like, I like 3, 5, 7, 9. Like, but there's nothing. Like, I think rappers are afraid of somebody being like, I don't like that album, that whole. Because like, there's a lot of people who just like, I don't like that sound, and it's just like, that's fine. It's a sound. There's a bunch of other stuff. Like, there's a lot of people who just like, I don't like Childish Gambino, and that's good. Like, I realized it took me a long time to realize that's good. And people are like, I don't like what he's giving me. It's like, good. Because, you know, a lot of people don't like cookies. A lot of people do. You know, like, so it's like there's different types of shit. You know, you gotta figure out what you are. It took me a long time to figure out who I was and like who I was. And then once I figured that out, you just have to be that to the 10th degree, to the millionth degree. Because no one's gonna outdo you at being you. You know, so I guess like that's why I just, you know, do it yourself attitude. That's why I mean, like, everybody like Chris. So like you can count on them being them, you know, and you can't get that from anybody else.